Welcome to this exploration of jhanas in Buddhism, a journey into the profound mental states that play a crucial role in spiritual practice. Jhanas, also known as dhyanas in Sanskrit, refer to states of deep concentration and absorption achieved through meditation. They represent a gradual refinement of the mind, leading it away from distraction and emotional turbulence toward tranquility, insight, and equanimity. These meditative absorptions are fundamental in both Theravada and Mahayana traditions and serve as a powerful support for enlightenment by stabilizing the mind and creating the conditions necessary for wisdom to arise. The word jhana itself comes from the root meaning to meditate or to absorb, and the experience involves becoming so fully immersed in an object of focus, such as the breath, that other sensory inputs fade into the background. As one advances through the stages of jhana, thoughts, emotions, and even desires lose their grip, revealing subtler states of inner calm and joy. Now let's walk through the 4 form-based jhanas, which are the initial stages where the practitioner still maintains awareness of form or bodily sensation. The first jhana begins with concentration, supported by both applied thought, vitakka, and sustained thought, vicara, meaning the mind actively engages and maintains focus on the meditation object, such as the breath or a visualized image. This state is accompanied by an explosion of joy, piti, and happiness, sukha, giving a taste of freedom from the constant churn of everyday thoughts. However, there is still some subtle effort required to hold the concentration, so the mind is not fully at ease yet. Progressing deeper, the practitioner reaches the second jhana, where the effort of applied and sustained thought drops away. Now, the mind becomes effortlessly absorbed in a steady, unified state of awareness, where joy and happiness remain strong, but without the mental chatter. This stage marks a significant shift. The meditator no longer needs to try to focus. The concentration becomes natural and self-sustaining. Moving into the third jhana, joy begins to fade, leaving behind only contentment, sukha, and inner stillness. This stage introduces the quality of equanimity, a balanced, peaceful state where the mind remains calm without being pulled by pleasure or pain. Finally, the fourth jhana emerges, as even the happiness of the previous stage dissolves into pure equanimity, upekkha. This is a state of deep neutrality, where the mind becomes perfectly clear and still, undisturbed by any emotional ripples. It's considered the ideal foundation for vipassana, or insight meditation, because the mind is now stable enough to clearly see the nature of reality, impermanence, suffering, and the absence of a fixed self. Beyond these 4 jhanas, there are 4 higher states known as the formless jhanas, arupa jhanas, which take the mind beyond sensory form. These advanced meditative states explore increasingly subtle dimensions of awareness. The 5th jhana is the sphere of infinite space, where the practitioner shifts their focus to the vastness of space itself, experiencing a profound sense of expansion beyond bodily awareness. Then comes the 6th jhana, the sphere of infinite consciousness, where the attention moves from space to the boundless nature of consciousness, experiencing awareness as something infinite and unconfined. The 7th jhana brings the practitioner to the sphere of nothingness, where even the awareness of consciousness begins to dissolve, and the meditator perceives a deep sense of absence or emptiness. Finally, the 8th jhana is known as the sphere of neither perception nor non-perception, a highly refined state where awareness becomes so subtle that it's impossible to determine whether perception is still present or has entirely ceased. This is the most delicate state of absorption, balancing on the edge of conscious experience. You may wonder, what is the purpose of these states? In Buddhism, entering the jhanas is not an end in itself. They are tools to calm and stabilize the mind so that the practitioner can investigate the nature of existence with clarity. Even though the jhanas are deeply peaceful, they are temporary and must be followed by insight meditation, vipassana, to achieve liberation from suffering. This is because insight into the three marks of existence, impermanence, anicca, suffering, dukkha, and non-self, anatta, is the ultimate goal in Buddhism. In other words, the jhanas help prepare the mind, but wisdom is what leads to awakening. In modern Buddhist practice, Theravada traditions such as the Thai forest tradition place a strong emphasis on jhana as a vital part of the spiritual path. Teachers encourage practitioners to cultivate these states, believing that they deepen meditation and allow insight to arise naturally. However, some meditation traditions, particularly in the Burmese Vipassana schools, emphasize insight over absorption, suggesting that while jhanas are helpful, they are not essential for enlightenment. There is also debate among practitioners about how much time to spend in jhana and whether these states can become attachments in themselves, creating subtle obstacles to liberation. Ultimately, the Buddha taught a path of balance, using concentration to calm the mind and insight to see things as they are. Living in the modern world, practicing jhana might seem like a lofty goal, but even short periods of focused meditation can bring tremendous benefits. Jhana practice cultivates mental clarity, inner peace, and emotional resilience, reducing the stress and agitation that often dominate daily life. The joy and contentment experienced in these states also offer a glimpse of the mind's potential, a state of fulfillment that doesn't depend on external conditions. Over time, as practitioners stabilize their concentration, they find that these qualities begin to permeate all areas of life, transforming everyday activities into opportunities for mindfulness and presence. In summary, jhanas are deep meditative states that progressively calm the mind, bringing joy, tranquility, and equanimity. They are essential tools on the Buddhist path, offering a foundation for insight into the nature of existence. While they require practice and effort to develop, the rewards are profound, providing a glimpse of what it means to live with inner freedom. Whether you aim to attain the higher jhanas or simply cultivate mindfulness in everyday life, the journey towards stillness and insight is one that offers peace, clarity, and meaning. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of jhanas in Buddhism.